Hey Blaze, appreciate you giving us a glimpse into your world. This is a little glimpse into mine. Guys, we're trying to get Poof ready for Weisenberg's predicted 0 degrees on Roan Mountain. What you're seeing in front of you is an ersatz pod. This one from a Western Mountaineering Ponderosa. It's a sleeping bag, and because it has that second zipper at the footbox to allow the suspension to leave, we can turn this into a pod. Poof's going to start coming out to show you all the different layers. She's got between 7 and 8 inches of loft around most all of this pod. Now that the Ponderosa is pulled out of the way, you can see she's got a hammock gear underquilt underneath, and inside the pod, in the trough that this Crazy Creek hammock creates, is a hammock gear top quilt. Okay, here's Poof inside the Crazy Creek, and what we're doing now is checking out how occlusive we are in the back. And you see a gap right there. Well, any air that's going to go in there is going to be stopped by that underquilt, which is right in there. But in a second, she's going to tighten this up that tight, and that is occlusive. In this shot, you can see all of the layers: the Western Mountaineering Ponderosa in blue to the far left, then the camo underquilt, and then the top quilt. And what Poof is practicing doing is getting in and out at 2 o'clock morning for that nature run to make sure everything is doable without mispositioning the Ponderosa or the underquilt.
It works.
In this shot, I'm trying to show how much loft this system's got. That is the Ponderosa with the top quilt and underquilt inside of it, standing on its own. Surely that'll get Poof to 0 degrees. Guys, I'm setting up the next shot. I'm going to show you all the Snipe footbox and the footbox that hanging out modded on my Neutron. But while I'm working, Poof's over here kind of taking it easy in a Grizz bridge. Hard to get some people to work. Okay, there's a lot of us who like the gathered in hammocks like the Traveler and others. This is the Snipe hammock, and you probably saw in one of my bids, Black Wolf, showing the advantages of a certain feature of the Snipe. A lot of people sometimes wake up with their legs, their feet, beyond the hammock. I don't know if you can see this from the video. It just happens every now and then. Doesn't happen all that often, but we don't want that to happen. What the geniuses at Wilderness Logic have done to the Snipe is add this adjustable bungee, which you can tighten and form this little foot box, and that keeps your feet, your underquilt, from sliding out while you're sleeping. This elastic bungee is going to give when you're getting in and out of the hammock on one side or the other. And there's also another bungee on the head end, and this bungee runs for about 2 feet. And what we found that when you tighten up this bungee, the side of the hammock, run along through there, tightens up. Hopefully you guys saw Blaze Away in his excellent video showing a lot of the differences between the Snipe and a Traveler and some of the similarities. In a second, I'm going to show you a double Neutron, which is a clone of a Traveler, which has a different approach
We're looking at the
than this
double
bungee.
Neutron, which has been modded by Hangnout to affect the same in adding a footbox. His method was different. He has added a triangular piece of fabric. The similarity to the Snipe is he's added elastic. But then there's another feature, and that is a cord that runs from the triangle to the adjustable ridge line. The footbox maintains its shape just with the elastic, and that in itself could be enough to keep your feet in the hammock. You can unclick it or click it back on the adjustable ridge line if you think you might be pushing against it pretty hard in the middle of the night. It doesn't stop going in and out of the hammock. You just pull your feet up and beyond it. It will help keep heavier quilts in your hammock if you're like me and sometimes they slide out when I'm getting in or out of the hammock. Having laid in both the Snipe and this modded Neutron, remember the Neutron is a clone of the Traveler, I prefer Hangnout's mod. It feels like a dedicated footbox, which you can see the black fabric. Total weight added was right at 2 ounces, and that's best guess from what the double Neutron weighed before.
Here's another view of the box from the outside, showing the bungee. So, a dedicated foot box for a gathered in hammock. Your mileage may vary.